Guys, oh my gosh, I just finished. Oh. Hello. Welcome guys to reading diaries number 2. So my last one, as you guys saw, I was finishing up Powerless, and guys, I finished. I'm at the epilogue now, and oh my goodness, I don't know what Elsie Silver does, but man, her writing is just so like, I want this tattooed on my skin. I want to be a Chestnut Springs. Like what the heck? Like, how is this world just so freaking, oh my gosh. But oh, I'm about to read the epilogue, and then I'm gonna give you guys my final thoughts. Expecting that. I was not expecting those tears. Oh my gosh. And now I need to download the extended. There's a bonus epilogue. Where's my phone? Oh, there's a bonus epilogue, and I need to download it because, oh my gosh, oh my freaking goodness, guys. Jasper, first of all, let me just tell you guys the part that made me cry, because like I said, this is with spoilers. Like, that's what this is all about. Yes, so what really got me, guys, was when he was getting, like, they're at Sloan and Jasper's wedding, and Harvey ends up giving him a deed to like a quarter of the land, and he's like, oh, I give, like, he gave all his kids a quarter of the land. And if you like, he has 3 sons, but then like Jasper is really like the best friend of one, but they like took him in as like one of their own when he was in high school. And so like that's kind of like the family, like that's become his family. Like Harvey has become like a father figure to him. And so when he gives Jasper a deed to like the same equivalent quarter that he gives all his other sons, like, y'all, that just like ripped my heart apart. And then like Harvey being Harvey, he was so sentimental at first about it, but then he made a comment about tail babies, and that's just like all regarding like him and Sloan being together. But it was just like so, like, such a whole, like a wholesome moment, and so like it just pulled at my heartstrings, because it was like and then him and Sloan, like, guys, I just cannot get enough of this world. Like, I cannot get enough of this world. So I am getting ready to download the extended epilogue. I mean, the bonus epilogue. Oh my gosh, my eyes are still like burning from crying. I was not expecting all those tears. Okay, but I am getting ready to download the bonus epilogue, and once it delivers to my Kindle, I'm probably just gonna read it in bed tonight. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hi guys, so it's a few days later actually, and we're back to the normal. I'm back to work today, y'all. I had all last week off, and I enjoyed it a little bit too much. Like, I didn't even do anything, like, guys. I literally just like read and filmed content and slept, but it was just nice. I think it's so important to like take time off and not even have anything planned. Like, normally when I take time off, like, I have something planned, I'm going out of town, but this time I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take the time off and I'm just going to do what I want to do. So guys, also I really like the way my hair is looking right now, guys. This is actually really cute. But yes, so I think the last thing I showed you guys, I had finished Powerless, and y'all, the epilogue, all of that had me in literal tears. It was so freaking beautiful. I loved it so much. I'll give you guys a little update of like where we are right now. So over the past week, I finished Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score, and by the time this is up, that vlog should be up. So go watch that if you guys want it. I freaking love that book. It's so sad to say goodbye to that world. I was not ready, but here we are. And so to fix the void, or to fill the void, I started Daisy Hates, and you guys already know I freaking love Magnolia Parks. I am obsessed with this world. I totally see the hype. It is so worth the hype that it gets. And for a while, I was kind of nervous to start Daisy Hates because I was so hooked on Magnolia and BJ. And I was like, we're not going to get more Magnolia and BJ. But y'all, we actually do. And I love Daisy and Christian just as much. So it's still giving toxic. It's giving toxic all around. But y'all, I don't know who's stressing me out more, because both of the couples stress me out. But on top of that, I'm also reading Heart of a Raven Prince. I'm actually reading this one on my Kindle. So I think I'm like 40, I think last time I checked I was like 45% through Heart of a Raven Prince, and I am on page 279 of Daisy Hates, and I think there's like 494 pages of Daisy Hates. So I think I'm gonna read some of Daisy Hates because that's kind of what I'm feeling right now. I've been really reading Heart of a Raven Prince like when I lay down in bed. That's really been when I've been reading that one. And I just really want some Daisy Hates now. So we're gonna read this, and I'm gonna update you guys once I probably finish reading for my lunch. I'm waiting on my food to get here. And yeah, hopefully I can at least get through, like, I'm on chapter 42. Hopefully I can at least get through chapter 45. I have like, I think like 50 something more minutes left. So yeah, let's get to reading. I just finished chapter 42, starting chapter 43, and guys, Christian is really like done with, like, it's so funny because he loves Magnolia, but then like also he can't stand her. And basically Magnolia gave all of them like their little box set, the friendship. She gave them all the necklaces when they were in school, and Christian gave his to Daisy, and she just found out about it and she is not happy about it. But I'm also kind of like, I'm kind of on Christian's side. I'm like kind of like, fuck you, Magnolia, because you be treating Christian wrong, like nothing ever happened. But then also I'm like, Christian, you already know what she had with BJ. Like, you kind of did that to yourself. So it's a whole bunch of that, but we're gonna keep reading. I just had to say that part, that I just hit that, and the tension is thick. It is thick in the room. So yeah, let's see what happens. update because I don't think I updated you guys at the end of my lunch. But y'all actually made it really far, and I've been reading a little bit now. It's a little bit later in the day. It's like, what time is it? What time is it? 5:59. So it's actually a lot later in the day. But I've made it to 380 pages, and I'm at chapter 60. And guys, so I just made it now. If you guys don't know, if you haven't read Magnolia Parks, so basically Daisy Hates goes back over the same timeline, but it goes from Daisy, Christian's, and Julian's perspective. So you still get to see like some of those conversations that like BJ and Magnolia had, but you see them from like Christian's point of view, like when he was a part of the conversations, or like when he witnessed it, and like even like the conversation she had with Jules like at the club, you see that conversation from their point of view. So it's a lot more interesting because, I mean, it's still like the same kind of interesting, but it's very interesting seeing it from their point of views now. But I actually just hit the part where basically Christian told BJ that he was in love with Magnolia, and now in Magnolia Parks we see that from BJ's perspective, so we got to see it from Christian's perspective. And then we just saw I just actually ended the chapter where he actually went and told Magnolia, and he's like, I need you to let me go or whatever. And so we got to see that from Magnolia's perspective, but now we see it from Christian's perspective, which is the same. It's not like a different, you know, like dialogue going on, but it's still like, okay, now we get to see like what was his head set at when he like went to go do it. Like, was he just going to go get a rise out of BJ when he went to BJ first? But yes, him and Daisy right now are not on talking terms. They are really like, Daisy just kind of hung it up once there was this one event that happened, and she saw where it just kind of came clear to her that like, or she thinks it became clear to her that she didn't mean anything to Christian, even though we all know that Christian is in love with her now. And so in that moment, she decides to break it off with Christian and go back to her ex Romeo. But she is like heartbroken. She's trying to like get over it, you know, just kind of sleeping with Romeo to fill the void. So now I'm back on Daisy's point of view. So I've just, like I said, I've just ended when Christian has left Magnolia's place after he told her that he just needs to be done, you know, like to let him be done with her. They're still friends, but like he's just like, I need to close that door of what we were. So yes, I think I literally only have 110 pages left. So I'm definitely going to be finishing this tonight. I'm literally about to binge this, guys. Like, I've been reading since the moment I got off, and literally I have been like eating it up. I am like so scared of like the book hangover because I'm not jumping straight into Magnolia Parks Far From Home, because as much as I want to, I'm really trying not to. I want to wait until the covers of the two books come out, because I do have the original covers, but I just don't want to annotate in those. Those are like special. Those are like, I just don't want to mess those up. And these are like super floppy. I really love these. So I'm just like, I just want to hold off and wait till the new covers in like the American version, I guess, or the new published covers come out, because those are like special. And I don't know, I just don't want to write in them. I don't want to annotate in them. I just want them to be on display. So that's one reason. But two, I just obviously don't want this world to end. And when I see that I am falling for a world, how I'm falling for this world, I will literally try to drag it out as long as possible, because I do not want to have to say goodbye. And I do know, I think it's going to be the last Magnolia Parks books, but it comes out in 2024. So I'm like, if I read Magnolia Long Way From Home and Daisy Hates the Great Undoing in November, when those two books, like when the new covers come out, then I'll do that, and then hopefully my appetite will be satiated until the next ones come out. I don't know, y'all. I'm like, but there's a lot of other new releases coming out, so I definitely have some things to like hold me over But this world, I just, like I said, it is so worth the hype. It is worth every ounce of hype it has gotten. But yes, I am gonna eat something first, and then we're gonna keep reading. Like I said, I'm gonna be finishing this tonight. Like, I was thinking about going to the lake to read, but it's actually like 80 something degrees. Tomorrow is supposed to be a little cooler, so I may go to the lake tomorrow to read, but by that time I'll be done with this. I'm thinking of picking up Love in Other Words finally after I finish this one. So we will see. But yes, I'm gonna eat, and then I will see you guys once I start back reading Daisy Hates. Cannot process any of her feelings in the moment. Like, things are not going her way. She just flails. She flails. She's been flailing this entire book, and I like go up and down with feeling bad for her and feeling like okay, like, you deserve that. But what she just did to Christian, y'all, they have finally talked it out. They haven't even really talked it out. She's like kind of been forced to like have a conversation with him after she's been avoiding having a conversation with him for I don't even know how long at this point. And so now they're finally talking, and he admits that he loves her. And as soon as he says that, she's like, I don't believe you. And he's like, it's true. And then she immediately calls her bodyguard in and asks him to escort him out. And I'm just like, Daisy, like, you say you want him, but now you just like, you're just making it worse on yourself. Like, you can't handle your feelings. Like, girl, what she say in Barbie? Take my hands and feel. That's what Daisy needs to do. She needs to take somebody's hands and she needs to feel, because right now she is not feeling anything. Like, she's like avoiding her feelings, and it's so annoying because it's just like literally chapter after chapter after chapter, she's been like going down this horrible path of sleeping with everyone, trying to fill the void of Christian. And it's like, what you have always wanted to hear, he's saying now. And like, yes, a part of it is because y'all just had horrible communication, because if y'all would have talked about all this beforehand, it would never got to this point. But the fact that both of y'all basically listened to what y'all own head was saying and made assumptions about how each other felt about each other, about how the other felt about you, then you just caused the damage. That's what I mean. Toxic. I am eating it up, but it's toxic and it hurts my chest. I'm gonna finish this chapter, and then I need to just sit for a minute, and I'm gonna get ready for bed, and then we will finish up. I'm at 440 pages, so I only have like 40 more pages left. We'll do it. We will do it. Hi friends, so it is the next day. It is Tuesday, and I finished Daisy Hates last night, and guys, I was literally speechless. My mouth was just literally like to the ground. I just could not even comprehend how I felt about this book. Like, and it's so crazy because when I finished Magnolia Parks, I was actually kind of upset that like I couldn't jump straight into the next Magnolia Parks. Like, I just really wanted to know what happened with Magnolia and BJ, so I was kind of like put off by having to go into Daisy Hates. But guys, I see why she did it, and to be honest with you, now I'm kind of put off that I have to go back to Magnolia Parks before I get to the next Daisy Hates books. But it's because like the timelines, like the same timeline that we went through with Magnolia Parks, we go through that here, but we go past that a little bit also, and we also see it from different point of views. And yeah, so this one Daisy Hates focuses on Daisy, Christian's, and Julian's POVs. And guys, I ate this up. I just was not ready to say goodbye to this world. And then at the end, we do jump into Magnolia's new life, where she ran off to after the whole fiasco with her and BJ. So yes, 5 stars if that was not clear already. And it's taking everything in me not to go ahead and grab the next Magnolia Parks book, but I am desperately trying to wait. I am desperately trying not to just like eat this series up and then be left with nothing. Like, I know myself, and I cannot put myself through that. I just refuse to put myself through that right now. Even though it's like, but what I've been doing when I do finish a Magnolia Parks books, or like a book in this world, I have been watching Gossip Girl, and that has helped. That has helped kind of, you know, balance out the hunger that I have for this series, because, you know, it's basically Gossip Girl with London socialites. So it kind of helps, you know, fill that void, so I don't feel like I have to devour this entire series right now, even though everything in me wants to devour it. But just to give you guys an update, I did read a little bit more of Heart of the Raven Prince on my Kindle yesterday. I think I'm honestly only at like 50%. I've been like reading it very slowly. It's good. It's like a Cinderella retelling. So I don't know. I've just been like reading it a lot slower than I expected myself to read it. Like, but by the time I read it, like, I'm in bed and I've already like read a paperback. So like by that time I'm like already like super tired. So that's probably why it hasn't been getting read much. But hopefully I finish it by the end of this week. But I'm trying to think. I'm 54% in, so it is getting good. It's getting, you know, we're getting to the juicy parts of it. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and start book 2 in the Natural series, so Killer Instinct. I really want to read another romance, but I've read like 5 romances. I read Marriage for One, so 4 romances. I read Marriage for One, Powerless, Things We Left Behind, and then Daisy Hates, and all of those are 5 stars. So I've just read 4 5-star books in a row. So I'm like, let me jump into another genre, because the next romance that I'm gonna read, I think, is gonna be what's that, Love in Other Words. And I do have high expectations for that book because I've heard nothing but good things. So I'm like, let me hold off and let me jump back into this series, because I really did love this series, and I kind of missed the world, so I want to see what happens. So I'm going to start this today. It is currently 12:13, so I have until 1 o'clock until I have to log back on to work. So I'm going to probably jump into this. I was thinking about starting Heart of a Raven Prince, but I kind of really want to jump into this. So Heart of a Raven Prince just has honestly been like the book I read to like put me to sleep. And it's not because it's bad. It's just, it's a Cinderella retelling, and it's just not like, it's high stakes, but it's not super high stakes to where I'm like, I have to know what happens next. So it's easy to kind of put down and, you know, just pick up when I'm ready. So we're going to start this, and we're going to see what happens with these kiddos here, with these, I forgot what they call them. They call them something. I don't know. But let's get started reading this. Hi guys, it is the next day, and I know what you're thinking. First of all, you're probably like, Jasmine, what are you wearing? And if you are, guys, I'm wearing my Odie. I think this has been like in a couple of videos now. I freaking love this thing. It's cold in my apartment right now, so I am just like, it's the perfect opportunity to wear it. And we're getting to our fall and winter season, so y'all probably gonna see this in every video. But if you do want one, I'll make sure I link the description code. Well, I'll leave my coupon code in the description box for you guys. But I think the last clip I showed you guys was me reading this morning, and I woke up pretty early this morning. I woke up at like 7 something. I did go to sleep early last night, because the only reading I did yesterday was the reading I did on my lunch. And once I got off work, I just like mentally could not comprehend words on a paper, even if I tried. So I had only made it to chapter 5. Well, I finished chapters 1 through 5 yesterday during my lunch, and then this morning I got through 6, 7, and 8, like before I had to log on to work. So I am about to start chapter 9 and try to get as far as I can. I was hoping I could finish this today because originally I was supposed to be reading after work yesterday, but we will see. If not, if I don't finish it today, I'll definitely be finishing it tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep reading and then get back to work and then keep reading this evening. So I don't know, I was just so tired last night. I was like exhausted, and I think because I spent like all last week off and kind of just sleeping whenever I wanted to for the most part, and now like my body's trying to get back into like waking up and staying up. So let's read and see what these kiddos, these naturals, are up to. Hi guys, update time. So it is so much later. It's 8:00 p.m. I've showered, I've ate dinner, I got my Odie back on. I also have my bonnet on, so that's why I have the hood up. But you guys already know when I have the hood up, I'm like extra cozy mode. So I made it to chapter 17 so far, so I'm 125 pages in. The book is like 375, yeah, 375 pages. So I want to try to get to 200 pages, so then tomorrow I only have like 175. Is that right? Yeah, 175 left to go. So I'm going to try to do that. And yeah, so far, if you haven't read the first one, this one kind of this one definitely piggyback off the first one. So they do have another crime, but the crime that they're evaluating, or like they're not even trying to solve it, they're not even supposed to be involved in it, but the crime that's happening right now is kind of like a mock-up of the same crime that one of the kids' dad was, because his dad is like a super like known like serial killer, like on the level of like Jeffrey Dahmer and all of that. So there's a new death happening, and it's mimicking the guy's, his name is Dean. That's one of like the naturals' name. I forget what they call them. EOs, extraordinary, ordinaries. Y'all, I can't remember. But Dean, his dad, is a serial killer. And so the crimes are like mimicking that. So now they are all trying to like figure out what they can figure out. Extraordinary, EOs, that's what y'all, I've been like literally thinking about that in the back of my head. I was like trying to figure it out while I'm talking. But yes, those, so the other EOs are, well, I feel like that's not right, that may be wrong, but they're basically trying to like sneak around and figure out who like committed the murders, because obviously they have these talents and they can figure out things that other people cannot. So yes, right now Cassie, Leah, and Michael have like snuck into a frat party to try to get information about this death that happened at the school. So like I said, I'm gonna keep reading and hopefully I get to 200 pages tonight, and if I do, I'll update you guys. If not, I'll definitely update you guys in the morning. Hi guys, so it is the next day, and yes, I'm wearing the same thing I wore like 2 days ago, but I did laundry, okay? So don't even go there. But it does say, it says probably reading smut, and I got this from Wild Shadows. I'll link them in the description box for you guys. They have a bunch of stuff. I have a Fourth Wing, and I have an Akitar hoodie from them, or crew neck from them also. So that, like, this season, this fall, winter, you won't see me in nothing but book hoodies and book sweatshirts. That's all you're gonna see me in. But like I said, so it's the next day, and I want to give you guys an update. So last night I got to 190 pages, so almost 200. So I actually have like 190 pages to go, like a little bit under 200 pages. So I'm sorry guys, I just finished eating. I feel like my mouth is so dry now, and I just need like water. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep reading for a minute, and my goal is to finish this today. Like, I will finish this because I love it. Like, it's so, like, it's such a fast read. Like, the chapters are short, and it's like, you know, you want to know what happens next. I love Jennifer Lynn's writing. It's just like so easy to kind of like fly through. So, you know, it's not too like mind heavy, like, if that makes any sense. But yes, let's go ahead and read, and yeah. Gosh, my hair. I just got out the shower, y'all, and I need to like do something with my hair. But anyways, update time. So I have made it to 275 pages, well, 76 pages. So we have 99 pages to go. I told you I was gonna finish this book today. I told you I was gonna finish it today. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep reading. I'll give you guys another update once I like maybe hit like, once I hit like the 350 mark, where I only have like 25 pages left. But yeah, so far y'all, it is so good. I just love this writing. I love her writing so much. And I'm like, I'm flying through it. It's so interesting. But yeah, let's keep on reading. Wait, let me mute my TV because iCarly is playing in the background. Yes, I always have like kid shows, like nostalgia, you know, like I love having my Nickelodeon shows playing. But hello friends, it is the next day, and as you guys saw, I did finish this last night. It actually didn't take me long, which I should have known that because Jennifer Lynn Barnes, her writing never takes long to read. But guys, oh, I think I may like this one more than I liked The Naturals. But needless to say, they both got 4 stars. I think I may lean towards 4.25 for this one. I'm just gonna let it sit for a minute. But oh my gosh, Cassie and Dean have finally, like, I think the next book we're going to see a little romance between them finally happen. Of course, Michael was a little butthurt about it, but he had his whole thing going on with Leah, so you know, he asked for it. He asked for it. But yes, we have finally come to the end of this episode of the Reading Diaries. No, I did not finish Heart of a Raven Prince, but hopefully I will finish that this weekend. I'm actually thinking about starting Crescent City, like the first book in the Crescent City world, this weekend also. So we will see, because that's definitely a book I won't want to read in bed because it's so thick. So I'm like, I'm definitely going to be reading a Kindle book in bed. I also have the ARC for Tempt Our Fate, and I cannot wait to read that one. Oh my gosh, I love that world so much. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys thought of any of these books if you read it. I believe so. We finished Powerless, Daisy Hates, and Killer Instinct. So, you know, I think that's good. I think that's good. But yes, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.